Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to my hobby home. Well, it's not morning when you guys are seeing this, but if you see outside right now, I have no sunlight. It is early in the morning. The sun has actually not rose yet. This video is being released in the evening time because, guys, normally I sew my Saturday morning sew along on Friday evenings. But last night, y'all, we were at a hockey game. And my goodness, it was so much fun. It was two Louisiana teams playing each other. Both teams, you know, our team is a new team. They're the Monroe Moccasins. And the other team was the Baton Rouge Zydeco. And they were great. They were great. And so we lost 3-2. It was a very close game. It was very fun, and that's all that matters. We had a lot of family fun. A lot of my family was there. So we had a great time. My older sister and my younger brother were there. My younger brother carried his youngest child, his son, for the first time ever. That was his first hockey game ever. And let me just introduce what we're doing right here, because I'm just going to get started sewing and we'll chat. So right now what we're doing is row number 4. This is row number 4 here in our Preppy quilt. This is going to be, I'm hoping I can get more than one row today, but I may not be able to. So, but anyway, what I have is, I need to tell you, we have 4 of our printed pattern squares, and we have 3 of our background squares. And then we have one of our large triangle pieces that is going to start and end the row. So you have 2 actually. You don't just have one. But you have one starting it and one ending it. But anyway, we did not get in until, I think it was about 11 o'clock last night. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, our seats that we had were really high up. And that's where we always, when the team was here back in the 90s, that's where we always sit, because we had children, and that way we could put a pallet down for them and let them run and play and, just have a good time. Well, all of our kids are now grown and have kids of their own. So, but our seats were high up. Okay. Y'all know I've still got the woo-woos going on here. Going up the steps, perfect, not an issue. But, man, coming down them steps, I still can't look down. So I had my sister-in-law in front of me, and I was holding her shoulder. I'm like, girl, just don't go too fast, because I'll be coming right on down on you. But I had to have her help me get down, because I could not look down. And I told him, I said, if I go down backwards is even better. And they have no railings on the upper level seats. You would think that's where they'd have them at, but they didn't. Had no railings on the upper level seats. So I was trying to back down, holding on to the back of the chairs. It was a funny sight. So I'm going to press this. I may not press every one of these out as I sew them, but I am going to press this one. Let's see. Now, I remember the rows, it says to press them a certain way. Like if they're an even number, you press them one way. If they're odd, you press them the other. So let me see. Odd number goes to the left, and so this one goes to the right. So this is how this row is starting. So after we do this first print square, we will then do a white which is my background. My background is the white. So the seams actually nest. So I am just going to do that. And guys, if you are new to this sew along, this is a free pattern. The link is down in the description. You can download it and sew along with this. This sew along is probably going to only go on it's probably going to go until the end of February, because what I do is I do not sew on mine except for when we are on here together. And I probably need to change that. I probably need to get some more done, because I see quite a few people have already gotten their quilts done, or their quilt top, which is fabulous. But I am doing a slow sew. I try to do about an hour a week on everything that I have going currently, which right now an hour on everything is steep for me, because I've got so much going on right now. That's not even sewing related. Actually, the video y'all have tomorrow, which has not been recorded either, and y'all know that's highly unlike me. I normally have all my weekend stuff, I normally record that on Fridays. I don't have anything recorded because I've just been trying to make it right now. But tomorrow, I'm not even sure what tomorrow is going to be. I have not even looked to see what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't have anything planned on the schedule at all. I've got a lot of work I need to be doing. Number one, in my house. Number two, my taxes. They're supposed to all be uploaded to our accountant by the 17th, which is Monday. And I don't even have mine tallied up. I don't have my spreadsheet done. So that's happening today, which should take me, after I get this done, it'll take me the rest of the day to get this done. So once I get this done, I'll be doing that and probably doing a little house cleaning at the same time. Because I need to, since my husband is gone, I can actually clean house the way I like to. I never could when I can't clean house the way I like to when he's here, because I cut my 80s music on, guys, and I cut it on loud. And now how in the world did I do that? Well, it's not gonna matter. That's how it is now. I'm trying to do where all of my reds are on point. And I just put a green on point. Which I guess is perfectly fine. It's not really going to matter in the big scheme of things. So when I can't do that when my husband is here, because he's making phone calls for his business. So I can't do that. And so what I'm doing is I'm just waiting. And he's been here he was home for like 2.5, 3 weeks. So that was 2.5, 3 weeks that I haven't been able to clean the way I need to. And I know it's going to be hard for me to clean dealing with the woozies. But maybe I can get it done. Maybe I can do one thing at a time and then sit, and I never get anything done if I do that, though. Sit and get everything reacclimated again. My strip is pushing all my stuff up. We are just getting this done together. So let's see, how has the week been for you guys? Y'all know how mine has been a struggle this week. It's been 2 weeks. I think I'm going to have to go to a specialist to get this stopped, because I need to go to my chiropractor, and I can't, because I know there's no way I'm going to be able to lay on that table for him to adjust me if my head is crazy. And I know it seems like sewing would do it, but something about, even when I'm looking down, everything I'm looking at is close up, so things don't go nuts on me. But I'm going to give it about an hour this morning. Of course, the video y'all get will never be the hour. So if my oldies that are here, they know that, but my newbies may not know that. I record about an hour to an hour and a half for every video, and some videos are longer than others. But normally I edit down to about 30 to 40 minutes. Sometimes it goes as far down as 20 minutes, which is okay. And all I'm doing, I just keep folding it out. I'm trying to make sure to keep the long running one in the center. And when I mean by the long running one, my sashings, you have 2 short ones and then 1 long one. I try to make sure the 1 long one stays in the center, connecting to the other block. And the reason I do that is because that way it'll stay kind of uniform looking. And my center, my sashing does have a pattern in it. It does have a design that makes a straight line. And if my line is not straight, if it's broken because it's 2 pieces of sashing, then that won't look too pretty, I don't think. It'll kind of mess the line up. Got to make sure I'm nested good there. And I always pin. I say that every video. I always pin. So don't worry if you have to pin. It is what it is. But I will say, I had something. Yesterday I saw my granddaughter, my little grandbaby girl. Saw her for Valentine's Day and gave her her little Valentine's. Little precious munchkin she is. My goodness. But I got to see that sweet little thing yesterday. And of course she loved her Valentine. That little girl is so precious. Aren't grandbabies just the most precious thing, y'all? So special. So special. So I did my rounds and I saw all my grandbabies. I didn't see 2 of my children because they were working. The only child I saw yesterday of mine was my youngest daughter, and I had her come over to the house and so I could give my grandson his Valentine. And that sweet little old thing, he was asleep. My granddaughter I guess she doesn't really know me because I'm not around her a lot. So when she sees me, she still acts real shy and kind of leery of who I am. But my grandson, he sees me and he wants me to take him. He's like reaching out the window of the car, and it makes me feel so bad that I can't take him, but I couldn't yesterday. And honestly, right now, my house is not in any shape to have a baby in it. Because between my living room and dining room, I could put a gate up and close. My bedroom is off of my living room, and I could put a gate up at the hallway to stop the babies from going down the hallway. But then between the kitchen and the dining room, it's a huge opening, and I don't have anything big enough to put between those two to stop them from going in there, and the kitchen and dining room are not very safe for babies. So my daughter, she had said she was going to come by today. So hopefully I'll be done with everything and can visit. Okay, so this is our row number 4. I'm going to go on and press this and then hang it on my wall. My design wall, you may be able to see it right here. It's over here on the side instead of behind me. Y'all can see that sunlight is starting to come out a little bit there. Behind me you can see. But I'll go on and press this and hang it on the design wall, and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, now our row 5 begins with a small triangle. This one is going to be a bit different because our other squares, we started making like an L onto the side. This one we're going to sit it directly on there. It's not going to be in an L shape. Your long edge is going to be perfectly centered on, and I have to get that perfectly centered, so I've got my point where it needs to be. And this is an odd row, so we will press this one to the right. And I will press the first piece just as a guideline as to which direction the presses should be going for the other ones. So I'm going to press this one to the left, which means it's going to press to my small triangle. And then I will get started on the rest of them. Okay, so row 5 has 5 of our print blocks and 4 of our solid blocks. I call this a solid block because they're all one piece or one color, and they're solids. And this will be the longest row of our quilt. I may just keep sewing strips instead of putting them together, you know, assembling the quilt. So that way we can get more. And I'll have to assemble either offline or at a later date, because I think I can get more done if I just keep doing my rows and then assemble later. But I hope everyone's Saturday is treating them great. I know I slept until after 7 o'clock, so I missed Sean's live again. Except I know I'm needing my sleep right now, so I'm not going to kick myself too hard about that. You know, guys, sometimes you just got to have that rest. And I know right now my body is needing it. It is needing it bad. But I so want to get out into my garden. And guys, this morning we get up and I don't even remember what the temp is right now. But I know it's pretty cool still. But by evening fall, we're going to have 70-degree weather. And we're supposed to have bad weather this evening. So when y'all are seeing this, because I'm going to try to release this at 5, like my normal weekday videos. By the time y'all are seeing this, 5 o'clock, the last time I looked at my weather, it was showing we should be getting bad weather around 5 to 8 p.m. So we may be getting bad weather when y'all are watching this. I know we're at risk for tornadoes. But what I do is I just watch Ryan Hall, y'all. And I feel like I can be pretty prepared watching him. because they are pretty spot on with their rotations and stuff. So I'm pretty certain that, you know, we'll be okay as long as we know what's going on up in the atmosphere. So, and I am no weather person at all. I don't normally keep up with it. I just, if Ryan Hall posts something, I know something's going on somewhere, and I just look at the picture to see if I kind of watch the video to see if there's anything in our area. And, you know, here lately it's been the snow and ice in the northern part of the states, which is, man. But, you know, I always thought New York and places like that got lots of snow and snowstorms, and I don't know the difference because we don't get stuff like that. And, you know, so I guess, you know, my perception of it is incorrect, number one, because I just thought people up north were prepared for weather like that. That's just how it was. Kind of like down here, we're prepared for tornadoes, and, well, we don't necessarily get hurricanes up here. But if it's a really bad hurricane, we will get like the spin-off of it. And there are still places up north that I would love to travel to. I've gone to DC. I would love to go to New York at Christmas time. You know, Christmas and New Year's. I would love to go to Central Park. I would love to watch the ball drop in person. But I'm not one of those that's going to stand out in that cold all day. I can't do that. So I would have to be one of those that got one of them rooms up there that cost an arm and a leg to do. So yeah, that's not going to be in my future, I don't think. But I would absolutely love to watch the ball drop. I would love to see Times Square and all that at Christmas time with the big nutcrackers. You know, growing up, you see like the Macy's Day Parade and all that stuff going on. And I would just love to go to the stores to see all the big decorations and stuff, because for me as a child, that was always something I always wanted to see. I can remember we would always go to our local mall, which is now not even a mall, but we would love to go at Christmas time and see the decorations and see the Christmas train, because the little kids would get to ride the Christmas train. I don't remember if we ever got to ride the Christmas train. I don't think we did. But we would always go to the mall. You know, that's when Montgomery Ward was still here. You know, we still had Montgomery Ward. And, you know, you went to all the stores. We had Sears, and I think we had a JCPenney's in that mall. Now, we have a new mall now. It's called Pecanland Mall. But before it was Eastgate Mall. And that was in another part of town. Now, Eastgate Mall is, the Piccadilly is still in it. You know, talking about Piccadilly, that would be nice today. I need to call my sister. See if she wants to go get some Piccadilly today. That would be good. But the Piccadilly is in there. I think there's always been a barber shop in there. Now there's businesses in it. They've taken the stores and made them into business offices. I can remember I purchased my first baby bed for the baby bed that all three of my children used. I purchased it at Montgomery Ward. And at the time when I had her, I didn't know the bed and the mattress came separately. And so I bought my baby bed there. trying to think what else I bought at my... Oh, I bought my dining table. When I was in college, I had a big dining table. It actually seated 8. It seated 8 people. And when I moved, what I moved into wasn't large enough, so I gave it to my sister. And I had a friend that had a little round glass table that she gave to me. I have more squares than I thought I did. So I had one of the little brass and glass tables, you know, the 90s thing. And so I gave my sister, because she had 5 kids at the time, I gave her my dining table. And I got one from my friend for a little glass table. And when I got married, my husband and I got a different table. But I know that's a long story and around the world about nothing, isn't it? But it's just so funny how some stores were such monumental stores growing up, and now they don't even exist. Because Montgomery Ward was a big thing, and so was Sears. I don't even know. I don't think our Sears is even still here. I don't know. I know we had a McRae's, and now it is Belk. We had a Mervyn's, and now it's a Tilt store. It's an arcade game thing, and I guess a lot of more people are now shopping online. I know I shop online too. So I'm just as guilty as anybody else. But, you know, it is so dangerous to go shopping now. Just to go shopping. It is dangerous. And if y'all look at the most dangerous cities in Louisiana, or I don't know, somebody said that we were listed as the most dangerous city in the United States. I mean, we topped Shreveport, Louisiana. And Shreveport used to be like the most dangerous city. And now it's Monroe, Louisiana, which is scary. But you know, I don't live directly in Monroe, Louisiana. I live just on the outskirts of it. And I mean, you would never think that things that happen in big cities happen here. But it can. It can happen. It can happen anywhere. Just when you least expect it, things can happen. Which is crazy to me. So guys, I'm just a chit-chatting and a sewing, and I think I still have one more print block to go. Yeah, I've got one more print block, and then I'll do another small triangle, because those small triangles, what they are our corners of our quilts. Okay, this one here I got done where I'm going to have to do it. Well, you know what? I want that on that corner, so I'm going to have to turn this, split my sashings up so it's not the long one going across. But maybe it won't be enough for anybody to tell, because it's going to be a pretty busy quilt, actually. And I want to get on to a smaller project. These are pretty big, but I still have some things I want to finish up before I get on to anything else. I do need to get my poppy cotton done. I need to get my peaceful baskets done also. I'm not as crazy about the peaceful baskets as I am the pressed flowers. I really loved the pressed flowers, but they could be because I loved the line they were using on that. So I don't know when the next sew along will begin. I haven't even looked at my patterns to see how many I have. But Got to get another small triangle here. Let's see if I can't get it centered. Got it centered here and got it going, and this will be our next row completed. So I am going to press and I will be right back. Okay, here is row number 5. I am going to hang this on my wall and be right back. Okay, so now we are on to row 6. This is going to have also, oh, my row 5 was not supposed to have that little corner piece. The little corner piece is supposed to go on row 6, not row 5, because this is not a square quilt. Okay, let me get that and take that off. Thank goodness I looked at that, huh? So what I'm going to do is just take my little triangle off. And see, y'all, this can happen. This is called delaying the game. But it happens. But I caught it before I started putting everything together, right? Okay, we got the little triangle off there. And yes, I brought you guys along for the seam ripping. No reason not to. It happens to all of us. So we will put, let me get my, I even put this square on wrong. I put it, because I got my, it's not going to matter. It is going to be okay. I can't worry about it. It's on there, and that's how it's going to be. So let's see. We've got the L going to the outer side. So I've got to press this so it will sew better. Okay, I now have it pressed. How I put my white solids on here is I line it up to the bottom of that row, because you know you're going to have a little overhang there at the top, or you're going to have overhang somewhere. I just make sure it's not the side or the bottom, that they are perfectly lined up. There we go. Well, guys, I think this is going to be it for this video. We are now in an hour, and we will get back at this next Saturday. So, once again, I'm sorry I'm so late on this, but like I said, normally I record my Saturday morning video on Friday evening. I was having family time, guys, and we were having a blast. So, but I hope you enjoy this in the evening time. Maybe you can get a little sewing in the evening. Y'all see that sun is starting to come. It's probably about 8:30 right now. But I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And if you are having the weather, please be safe. Please stay aware. Y'all go watch Ron Hall, y'all. He'll keep you updated on everything that's going on with this weather, especially my southeastern people. We really need to be careful because we're kind of on the edge of it. Well, it goes as far over as Shreveport for the weather for us. But so of course it's definitely going to hit us, but we're praying that it goes north of us. But still hope everyone is safe. And guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you coming and watching my videos. I hope you find some enjoyment. I hope you find some inspiration just to do a little bit, even if it's only an hour a day, even if it's only 15 minutes a day. When you put one stitch in a piece of fabric and you put another stitch and then another, even if it's only 15 minutes a day, eventually you're going to have something created. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Before you roll out of here, give me a thumbs up. Share me with your friends. Subscribe if you have not yet. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Stay safe, guys. See you later. Bye.